elections in Zimbabwe don't bring up positive change. Elections, it's just kungoitawo election. Outcome is not. Election.
Why are we doing that?
I don't know. I don't know why people really bother themselves. I don't even know.
But as a political party, obviously you're telling your supporters.
I've reached a point. I've said there are certain countries in Southern Africa, for example, which elections are just a formality. I don't know the reason why. It's Zimbabwe, for example, Mozambique, for example, Kenya, for example. Ruling parties are there forever. Tanzania, Rwanda, Angola, Namibia, South Africa, our neighbor here. It's a waste of time. Every country that went for the liberation struggle fought a colonial system will not give in to be removed from power by an election process.
What are you saying?
Care out to study. And just ask yourself why. Why? These people in their minds fought a huge or protracted war in Zimbabwe, 16 years of armed struggle, fighting the colonial regimes, only to be removed by an ex tomorrow. That's why they've even told us, and we laugh when they say, "I did visit a ball point," and we laugh.
So,
and the
why should
and we laugh. And they tell you this position is a straight jacket. Who goes there is decided by us, the military. And we laugh.
So what is the solution to this?
Outside the box. This is where I'm coming in. I got a solution.
Yeah, let's hear it out.
Remove the mentality of a civil war in this election process. Remove it. And try to find out why you are establishing an opposition party. Why do you want to govern the country? And you want to govern the country, not for yourself. Don't have the mentality of saying, I want to be someone. You are doing it for the people of Zimbabwe. You are doing all this to improve the lives of the people of Zimbabwe. If you have that agenda and you have that understanding, you would know that after every election, come together with the winners and the losers. They must come together. The old in Zimbabwe, or in countries that went for the liberation struggle, must integrate, coexist with the young ones. The history behind the old ones that went to war is something else. It's a topic on its own. But this is what has happened. This is what they are doing, not only in Zimbabwe, but in all countries that went for the liberation struggle. So Isuzu as Zimbabweans must acknowledge that and accept this is what is there. Then if we accept and realize we must always, after election, go for government of inclusivity. So that you integrate, so that you run, so that you have trust and faith among each other. Because we are failing to appreciate why these people refuse to go out of power, even after electoral defeat. Remember the Kenyan people died, 2007. Zimbabwean people died out of 2007. After clear electoral defeat, these people who would be in power, they've got their own history, which you must appreciate. Their own history, which you must understand. And we must find ways of managing it. And managing it is to coexist with them. You are taking a person who went through a protracted war of 16 years to simply accept what you are doing. You need time of living together.
It's been 40
time is, no, we have not been doing that. We've been fighting. We need time to come together so that they trust us. Because when they look at Komichi, they think it is a message of the imperialist country. They think Komichi is an opposition because it's been assigned or assigned by the British too. Yet no, it's not it. But this is what they think and they believe in. And they think and they believe in. At the unfortunate part, They got a gun. They're in power. What do you do with them? What do you do?
But obviously, they not just thinking from the blue. It's from what happened in the past, right? Where opposition political parties have been seen to be in bed with Western countries.
This is why I'm talking of the change in the electoral system. This is what I'm talking, because that would resolve that matter.
Yeah.
That would resolve that. Because the question is what the Western world and the Eastern world would take advantage of that. Is true. It's true.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the MDCT. Obviously, we last time dealt a big deal with the question of the by-elections, how you performed in the by-elections. I want to believe that up until now, from that time, you have put strategies in place. You have gone back to the drawing board to say this is what we want to see going forward into 2023. What are the strategies? What's on your dashboard?
When a strategy is of public consumption, it stops to be strategy.
Yeah.
But however, the people have understood the problem now.
Yeah.
They've identified what went wrong. And usually when you identify the problem, like a doctor who diagnoses a disease,
yeah,
and can provide the proper medicine. I do believe the Zimbabweans at large, the MDC supporters at large, now understand where the problem is. And they are committed to resolve it or to provide...
Where is the problem? Obviously, you would have done the diagnostics.
The problem was, or is, the MDC in its endeavor to be an opposition political party acted in a manner that was perceived to be non-opposition by the people. People felt MDC
was now singing from the same hymn,
singing from the with the rulers.
Okay.
And they missed a very clear point of identifying the political arena or the political environment, which I initially said there are only two people in politics, the opposition and the ruling party.
But is it wrong? Is it wrong, Senator, to say the MDCT was now singing from the same hymn book with ZANU-PF, for instance?
Yes, of course.
Because
this is what the MDC leadership thought.
Yeah.
So, but they were penalized by the people, because opposition people don't like that. That is preferred.
Is that not our solution to the challenge?
That is preferred by the ruling party, but the opposition do not prefer it. So it is a choice. You see, diagrammatically and graphically, the ruling party exists in its totality. The opposition party existed there in totality as well. So when you were perceived to be on the sideline of the ruling party, you are not a ruling party person. So when people went to vote, they voted for ZANU-PF. You mean you are in the peripheral, so no one will vote for you. You have distanced yourself from the opposition mantra. So the opposition will not even know that you exist.
But
they would vote for their opposition.
This is where I have a problem, that we end up having people opposing for the sake of opposing, because they want votes. Instead of like what you are giving us, recommending to us, to say, at times there is need for us as citizens of a country to say, yes, we don't agree on this, but there are areas where we can work together, which I thought as MDC.
Perfect. This is politics. It's not an academic podium.
Yeah.
It's not an academic podium. This is politics. Know where you belong.
Okay.
You belong to opposition. You must know the functions of opposition.
Yeah.
It's a checkmate for the ruling party. Period. Don't go beyond. Don't think.
Checkmate.
It's just checkmate. When you go to the ruling party, you defend the position. Is defend the status quo. Period. Graduated as the ruling party person. And if in opposition, if you fail to, as a leader, to fail to define those two dimensions, get out of politics.
So I hear you to say that from the diagnostics, you are recalibrating.
We are recalibrating. We are resetting. Okay. I know my former president used to tell us, ukapinda parliament.
Who is this one?
Morgan Changira. Ukapinda parliament ukataura statement, ZANU-PF side kauchira maoko watengesa. Mocking you clearly how to define opposition politics.
Okay.
That's why for 18 years he never missed it.
Yeah.
Until his death. So when I stand up in parliament and criticize the ZANU-PF policies, I'm not an enemy. I'm doing my duty. Checkmate. When I stand up and say, Ipai masivo service Maria Kawanda, I'm not an enemy. This is news. It's your responsibility to make sure that Maria no one equal. I, as European, I represent the people that are outside. I am there to critique the policies of the ruling party in this government. The simple definition is what we must not miss as opposition. We must be clear in our mind, clear when you say I'm an opposition leader. Yeah. Yes. Now, if you don't, if you lack that clarity and you move the way we moved, and you got a label, you can see a ZANU-PF light, a ZANU-PF sellout. Yeah. The thing, all those names, they affected us. This is what they've left MDC where it is today. But MDC has got the opportunity and the chance to revive. Yeah. It's a, MDC name is a brand. It's a big, great brand, which will take years to destroy. We just need to remove the dirt that was put on it and put the shine. It will attract many people.
Will you be able to do so, though? Remove the debt?
We are going to do so. We are going to achieve. MDC is going to be reset. MDC's headquarters will be the shrine, the center of opposition. It will be worse than what it was. Everyone will pass through headquarters by business. They will say, that's the shrine for opposition political parties. And we'll do it. We'll do it. We can do it. Okay. We do believe we can do it. Because we have a constitution of the party, we have structures. We got a lot of opportunities. We got a lot of opportunities.